And we're live! What up? It's me, A to Z, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Pokemon Fire Red version. Oh, this game and I, we have a history. Not specifically this game, but the originals. Pokemon Red and Blue. Pokemon Red was the very first video game that I played as a kid. I was attached, that's what got me into the Pokemon series, and here I am today, still playing it, eagerly awaiting the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon this November, and I'm sure you guys are psyched for it too. So, my first Pokemon LP, gonna be my first of many. I'm excited for this. I say we just get going. I'm gonna explain the details of it as we go along, but let's do this, guys. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Nidoran, Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. I've never seen people use Pokemon for pets, but whatever. Others use them for battling, as in everyone else. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession, because there's clearly a degree in that. But first, tell me a little bit about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? Now I think it's... not even gonna go into that. Boy, girl, I'm a guy. Sorry, I mean, as much as I'm sure you guys would like to see me play as the girl protagonist, I'm a dude. Simple as that. So let's begin with the name. Now what is it? Now, I was originally thinking of naming myself Ash for the sake of the anime. You know, cause just why not? Because this is red, even though it's not the anime. But I think I'm gonna play it simple and actually name my character after myself. My name is Adam, of A to Z Gaming. So your name is Adam? Yes it is. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were both babies. Now, how exactly do I have a rival as a baby? What do we compete over? Who can build our Tinker Toys the fastest? I don't even know. How do you have a rival as a baby? That's what I want to know. And what was his name? Oh, insert jokes about Professor Oak being so old and senile that he doesn't even remember his grandson's name. Now, just like your player character, you can name Gary whatever you want. You can name your rival whatever you want. You can name him any type of swear word or whatever, and there's been so many memes and jokes about naming him. I, however, am going to be kind and name him Gary. Yes, your grandson's name was Gary. The fact that you forgot kind of shows that you probably should not be a professor. How do you remember Pokemon physiology and all that if you can't even remember your grandson's own name? Or maybe that just shows your priority list. Pokemon research is much more important than my grandchildren. Adam, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. World of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! How he shrinks us, I will never understand. Anyway, this is our room. And we have a Super Nintendo. No, it's an NES. I was thinking of the originals, where it's a Super Nintendo. I don't know why. Yes, we have a Super Nintendo. Now, what you want to do quickly, check this PC. What would you like to do? Item storage. You want to withdraw, you're going to find out that you have a potion. And I'll just read the item description real quick. A spray-type wound medicine restores HP of one Pokemon by 20 points. It does nothing now, but this may come in handy. Alright, and what I want to do first, oh my god, the text speed, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to options. My god, this is like, the first thing you want to do once you finally get gameplay control, change text speed to fast. You don't want to go through the whole game with the text drudging along at 2 miles a goddamn hour. Alright, so what's our mom got to say? Right, all boys leave home someday, but not at age 10. If a kid left home at age 10, I wonder what that would say about society. Said so. You're getting your parenting skills from the TV. So I don't have a dad, and my mom gets parenting skills from the television. Maybe I have it worse than Gary, who forgets the names of whose grandfather forgets his name. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. Well, let's go next door and talk to him. Alright, so we're at... Gary does not own this house. Don't bullshit me, game. Come on. There's Daisy. Hi, Adam. My brother Gary's at Grandpa's lab. Well, we might as well go to the lab real quick and just see what's going on. So, oh, where to begin with this game? Where to even begin? Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via PC. Theoretically, we could do that over 20 years ago. Anyway, here's the lab, and we have Professor Oak's little helpers. Hey, it's Douchewad. I mean, Gary. What? It's only Adam? Gramps isn't around. Good to know. I guess we gotta go find him. So what can I say about this game? Oh, this game and I, we have a history. Not so much the remakes, just the original games. As I've stated in many occasions, Pokemon Red is the very first video game I have ever played. I got an emotional attachment to it. Also, this is my house. Not my mom's house. It's my house. What do you have to say? Is that right? Oh, look. Trainer tips. Press start to open the menu. We did it. We're a smart boy. Anyway, but yeah, this is the very first video game I ever played. And I could have just as easily played the original games for an LP, but honestly, the remakes are much more complete. There's more content to them, and it's just, I think it's a much more streamlined game to LP. So we head out here. Hey, wait, don't go out. Where were you? It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. And he kind of just leads us over to the lab. Wait, you came from down there. You weren't in the lab. Where were you? I guess I'll never know. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. What? Gary? Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Seriously, Oak, we gotta have a talk about your about your short-term memory loss. You don't remember his name. You don't remember that you called him for an errand. Oak, we gotta have a talk. Here, Adam. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. Why did he laugh? The Pokemon I held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I only have these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Hey, Gramps, it's no fair. What about me? I just realized my Gary voice kind of sounds like my Bowser Jr. voice. Look at my Mario Galaxy 2 LP. You'll see that. Oh god, I get to reference old LPs now. Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. So, yep, now we get to... Well, let me save real quick. And this is the save feature. You can save your game. It's a very helpful feature. So anyway, yeah, sorry about that. I have to cut away for a quick second. But yeah, as I said, so now are the introduction of bios. So as I said, I'm going to be doing detailed bios of every Pokemon that we encounter, and this includes the starters. And starting off, our trio is Bulbasaur. Now, really quick, I just want to explain the features of the bio system, because now the bios are going to be a mainstay for all Pokemon LPs that I do. So this is your chance to get familiar with them. So here in this layout, I have the Pokemon itself, I have its number, I have its classification. Below it is its type. Below that are basic stats like height, weight, and catch rate. What catch rate is, it basically just tells you how easy the Pokemon is to catch. Catch rate ranges from 1 to 255, and the higher the number is, the easier the Pokemon is to catch. The exact calculations on catch rate basically just, it's based on how easy a Pokemon is to capture with a regular Pokeball at 100% health. So the higher the number is, the higher percent chance you will catch that Pokemon in a Pokeball with full health. Alright, evolution is pretty self-explanatory. Pokemon evolve, and I'll just show what they evolve into and what the conditions are. Most Pokemon evolve through level, but I'll also talk about what items or, other conditions you'll need. Ability is the Pokemon's passive ability, and those abilities will activate under certain conditions, and I will list them here and explain them. And most importantly is the base stat total. These are the stats of the Pokemon that you're going to get. And what I have listed is the final evolution base stat total, because I just think it's more convenient to show you what you're going to get rather than just show you every single base stat total. On rare occasions, I'll show you the base stats for the Pokemon itself, and then I'll show the evolved form's base stats. But yeah, and a quick rundown on the stats. HP is how much health you have. Attack is the strength of your physical attacks. Defense is resistance to physical attacks. Special attack is the strength of your special attacks. Special defense is resistance to those. And speed basically determines who goes first. Now, the main purpose of these bios is I'm just going to be explaining what you're getting with the Pokemon, and then my personal review of it. These are all my opinions, but you can just take those and you can make your own decisions based on whether you want to use the Pokemon or not. So, let's get started with number 1, Bulbasaur, the Grass-type Pokemon. Bulbasaur is the only starter that has a dual type. It's both Grass and Poison. It gives it some extra resistances, but also some extra weaknesses, which I guess it helps it and it hinders it. Now, its ability Overgrow, it's pretty helpful. It increases the power of its Grass-type moves when its health is low, so it can help Bulbasaur out when it's in a bit of a pinch. It evolves the earliest out of all the starters when it's fully evolved, And its stats, they're pretty balanced. They're more geared towards its special stats, but overall its stats are relatively balanced. There's nothing that it really falters in. So if you want a balanced Pokemon, I can definitely recommend Bulbasaur. It'll come very much in handy for the beginning of the game because it's actually strong against both of the gyms, the first 2 gyms in the game. Its move pool, however, I don't know. That's my one issue with Bulbasaur. I like Bulbasaur a lot, but its move pool is definitely a little bit lacking in terms of offense. But in terms of support move pool, it's fantastic. It learns a lot of great support moves. Grass Pokemon are just known for that in general. It can learn Leech Seed, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder. So yeah, if you want a Pokemon like that, I can recommend Bulbasaur. And next up is Squirtle. Squirtle being your Water-type Pokemon. Water types are definitely polarized. A lot are known for being defensive, some are known for being offensive. Squirtle is your box standard defensive water type. It can take hits, it's a little bit slow, it's not horrible at dealing damage, but you know, it's alright at that, but it's mainly known for its defense. Its ability is pretty much the water equivalent of Overgrow, and it'll be strong against the first gym, but you'll struggle against the second one. Now, I can highly recommend Squirtle because water types are actually really great, and the thing about water types is they can learn ice type moves, which can give it coverage against grass type moves. Because normally they struggle against grass, but that ice type coverage gives it strength. That ice type strength gives it coverage. But the thing is, Squirtle does face some competition amongst other water types because there are quite a few water types in this game. So it's just a matter of if you want to stick with tried and true Squirtle, if you want to just see what your options are. But I can highly recommend Squirtle. I think Squirtle is fantastic. Its stats are good. You know, it's got a great move pool like all water types do. I definitely recommend it. If you like water types, Squirtle is an amazing choice. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Charmander. Charmander being the fire starter. Oh boy, I've been waiting to talk about you. Fire type is my favorite type, and Charmander is definitely known as an offensive Pokemon. Look at its stats. It's geared for attacking. It's the fastest of the 3. Blaze is pretty much the fire type equivalent of the other 2 abilities. When it's fully evolved, Charmander becomes a part flying type, which gives it some interesting type coverage and actually gets rid of its weakness to ground, but it gives it a ×4 weakness to rock. However, since this is 3rd gen, things like Stealth Rock don't exist, so Charmander is not as crippled. However, you know, and also if you pick Charmander, you were going to struggle at the beginning of the game because Charmander is weak against the first 2 gyms. But regardless of that, I still think Charmander is a fantastic Pokemon. It's an amazing fire type. If you like fire types, if you like offensive, quick Pokemon, I highly recommend Charmander. And Charmander evolves into my favorite Pokemon of all time, so I highly recommend it. All right, so now that just begs the question, who am I going to pick? Who am I going to pick? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I've said great things about Charmander. I think it's a fantastic fire type. Fire type's my favorite type, and Charmander is actually one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. When it's fully evolved, it becomes my all-time favorite Pokemon. So I think it would be a crime if I didn't pick Charmander. So you're claiming the fire Pokemon Charmander? You know it. And there's our very first Pokemon. You want to give it a nickname? For the time being, I'm not going to nickname my Pokemon. I can't think of anything. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll be open to nickname suggestions. When we get further on in the game, we'll be able to nickname our Pokemon. But for now, I can't think of anything. Maybe I'll nickname it in the future. You guys give me suggestions on what you want me to nickname it. And then Gary will pick his Pokemon. And he'll always pick the one that's strong against your starter. So he picked Squirtle in this case. If you pick Bulbasaur, he'll pick Charmander. And if you picked Squirtle, he will pick Bulbasaur. Alright. So we've got our Charmander. We finally got our very first starter Pokemon. So let's check him out real quick. We got ooh, it's actually a really good nature, mild nature. Pretty good stats right here. This is pretty much just the Pokemon status screen. You see he's got his 2 moves here. So yep, this is our very first Pokemon, our little Charmander. What do you got to say, Oak? If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it. With it at your side, you should be able to reach the next town. Can I have this Bulbasaur too? Why don't you just give it to us? I mean, come on now. What do you got to say, Gary? My Pokemon looks a lot tougher than yours. Oh, we'll see about that. In fact, we'll see about that right now. Wait, Adam, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Of course you have to, Gary. Of course that you have to. All right, if you want to learn the hard way, Gary, if you want to learn the hard way, it's your call. And he sends out his Squirtle. Now, luckily, this Squirtle doesn't know any water type moves. It's pretty much just, all right, Oak's talking. Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Adam, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? I've had hundreds, thousands, but, you know, I guess just for the sake of the game. A Pokemon battle is where trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. This is pretty much just a match A fest. You got your attack, Scratch. You got your status lowering move, Growl. I'm just gonna straight up attack with Scratch. Now the thing with Charmander is because we have higher attack stat, inflicting the damage on the foe is the key to any battle. And since we're faster, we're pretty much just gonna be wailing on it. And since Squirtle's not that much of an attacker, but to be fair, he is lowering our defense now with Tail Whip. Which honestly, it's really not worth it lowering his stats with Growl. Because I think we'll be fine. Alright, that's gonna do some damage. You're matching Scratch at this point. We got a critical! That went a lot better than planned. Squirtle's dead. And we get 7 experience points. Charmander reaches level 6. And we beat our rival, our very first battle. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon! No, Gary, you just suck. And every time you win a Pokemon battle, you get money. Excellent! If you win, you earn prize money and your Pokemon will grow. Battle of the trainers and make your Pokemon strong. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Ash, Adam, I said Ash out of instinct, holy crap. Adam, Gramps, smell you later! Get used to that, that's his catchphrase, by the way. And with that, we did it. We won our first Pokemon battle. So I can't really think of anything left to do but head out. Oh, by the way, real quick. That potion that I got from the PC. If you're low on health during that battle, you can use that potion to pretty much as a lifeline, but I didn't need it. More than likely, you won't need it. But yeah, now we head out and our adventure begins on Route 1. And who are you? What are you doing out here? Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's part of a convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. He gives us another free potion. Please come see us if you need Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. So yeah, the Pokemart, I'm going to be explaining that once we get to the next town. But Pokemarts, they will sell you a variety of items that will help you out. And ladies and gentlemen, our very first wild encounter. Rattata. Now, I'm not going to be going over these Pokemon because we can't really catch them. But I guess I'll just explain the mechanics. A random encounter is just you're walking in the grass and then bam, monster shows up and you have to fight it to the death. So our first random encounter, another critical. Basically, I guess I should just explain critical hits real quick. Criticals are just, you deal double the damage. And it's not nerfed yet. This isn't X and Y where they only do 1.5 of the damage. But yeah, criticals will do double damage. What do you gotta say? See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. Well, we're not trying to get back to Pallet Town. We're actually trying to head upwards and fight another random encounter. A Pidgey. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be going over these Pokemon yet because we can't catch them. Once we get Pokeballs and we can catch Pokemon, I'm going to start going over the Pokemon you can catch on these routes. You'll notice I still have the sidebars up just for the sake of having them up, just to show you the encounter rates of what you're going to, of what you're going to find, but we're not going to be catching anything yet, not in this episode. And with that, Charmander hits level 7. He's growing up so fast, our little guy. He's growing, look at him, level 7. And he learned his first fire move, Ember. Charmander, I'm so proud of you. Look at you, growing up already. Growing up. Let's just head onwards to where we need to be. I was gonna do a little bit more training, but I guess I can just do training off screen. Which that's gonna be a theme, and we've made it to the next town, Viridian City. And I say we explore just a little bit, because we have the time. And we've made it to our very first Pokemon Center. Good old Nurse Joy. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. Would you like me to heal your Pokemon back to perfect health? Sure. Charmander doesn't have that much battle damage, but I'll accept it. Thank you for waiting. We restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. Now, a lot of people take that line as Nurse Joy being creepy as all hell and sadistic, We hope your Pokemon get hurt, so you come here again. Pokemon centers heal your tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. They make all Pokemon completely healthy. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They charge no money, so don't be shy about healing Pokemon. Yep, Pokemon Centers are free, so it's, it's free healing, it's just a matter of convenience. Like, if you want to have free healing, you have to just go back to a town if you're exploring. Please feel free to use that PC in the corner. The receptionist told me so. It's so kind of her. So this PC kind of has no use to us right now, but I'll explain the mechanics of it later on when we actually catch Pokemon. Well, since we're an explorer, I say we actually... Well, let's talk to you first. What do you got to say? Those Pokeballs at your waist. Well, one Pokeball. I don't have multiple. You have Pokemon, don't you? It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. You know what? Me and my Charmander, we're gonna be best buddies. Uh-oh. Old man on the side of the road. Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. I'm so sorry. He hasn't had his coffee yet. Oh, God. I absolutely forbid you from going through here. This is private property. I always like to imagine, like, in the original games, he's a lot more angry and crotchety. So I like to imagine he's just drunk and he's incredibly, you know, well, he was drunk and he's incredibly hungover and he needs his coffee. So it's just like, get off the road! Where's my coffee? It's like, oh, Grandpa never had his coffee. He's nicer when he has his coffee, I swear. Oh my God. I don't know if coffee actually cures hangovers. I've never really tested that. I've just never had coffee in general. Have I been hungover? Oh, yes I have. Many a time. Oh boy, story time. College stories with A to Z will be later. We're not gonna talk about that now. We'll talk about that when I have some more time. Hey, you came from Pallet Town, right? Oh, I forgot to mention, this is the Pokemon Mart. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? And we received a parcel. Okay, thanks. Please say hi to Professor Oak for me, too. I don't even think he knows who you are. You're probably not important to him in any way, shape, or form, so whatever. Anyway, we'll explore the rest of Viridian later, actually, because I kind of want to get back down to Pallet, because we gotta deliver Oak's parcel. Now, what that guy was talking about earlier, these ledges, you can jump down them. They're one way only. You can't go back up. But yeah, you can pretty much skip all the tall grass. So if you want to skip encounters and you see ledges, use them. They're your best friend. However, you can't escape this patch of grass. But you can blaze through without running into a single Pokemon. And we made it back to the lab pretty harmlessly. Alright, Oak. Oh, Adam, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? You're welcome. Ah, it's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order, thank you. Now, a lot of people like to theorize that this is the GS ball, which I guess we're getting into some anime lore here. But I don't know, it might just be some random custom Pokeball that he had. It's probably got his name carved on it or some shit. Oh, great. It's my best friend. I almost forgot. What'd you call me for? Aha. Oh, right. I have a request for the two of you. On the desk there's my invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Adam and Gary, take these with you. And we got the Pokedex. This is the major mechanic of this game. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon, and we finally get Pokeballs, 5 of them to be exact. Be nice if we had a little bit more, but I'll take 5. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. Or you just attack it. I'll explain the mechanics of catching Pokemon once we start catching Pokemon, which will be in the next episode. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream, but I'm too old, I can't get the job done. You've shown your age, Oak, by forgetting things that you shouldn't be forgetting. Like your grandson's name. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. I can't do it, I'm going to live vicariously through you two. Get moving. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it to me. Adam, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Adam. Ha ha! Don't bother coming around to my place after this. Ha ha! Smell you later! Oh, Gary. Aren't you just a wonderful individual? Pokemon around the world wait for you, Adam. They sure do, but they're gonna have to wait till the next episode. Aw, man, this was a great first episode. We've made progress, we got our very first Pokemon, our little buddy Charmander, and now we're about to head out to the world where we have to find wild creatures and capture them all. Sounds like a good deal, better than going to school if you ask me. No, stay in school, kids, seriously. Don't go out there and try and be a real Pokemon trainer. Well, I guess it's more feasible because Pokemon Go exists. Anyway, so next time we are going to head out to Route 1, back to Viridian City, and we are going to actually start our adventure, and we're going to catch some Pokemon. Our little buddy Charmander, he's a little bit lonely. We've only had him for like 15 minutes, but he could use some friends. So we're gonna catch some friends in the next episode. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back with more Pokemon Fire Red.